Oh, hi! Welcome back to the second episode of RegretCraft. I happen to just be harvesting some wheat at the moment, but I have done a bit of work off camera, so why don't we roll through the footage of that? Right, so last episode, of course, we started our starter base, and it was kind of only really half done when I got to it. So I've done a bit of sprucing up, adding some decoration. I fixed up the walkway a bit, added some safety railings. Of course, I got to the floor, finished that up, and got a little bit of storage system figured out. We also added a little storage space right here, so maybe we'll fill this up with wheat or like wheat hay bales or coal blocks once we get more of them. I don't know, just a little bit of decoration. I also got to enjoy a beautiful view out of my little window while I was building my place. Did some more harvesting of the wheat variety so that we can stay on top of our food source. And of course, we got infected with bad omens, so we went and got some milk and grabbed some for next time. Right, so with that out of the way, I think that we are going to do what I said at the end of last episode and head into the caves because, well, our resources are hurting pretty bad. So I'm just going to suit up for that, and then we'll head down there. Well, okay, so I'm still kind of new at this whole recording thing. So I did go down into the mine, and we found actually a fairly sizable mine shaft. Or I did. I found a fairly sizable mine shaft. But I completely spaced on recording it. So we have absolutely no visual footage of what happened down there. We do have the audio clip, but I mean, you guys don't want to stare at a black screen and listen to that. So that is super unfortunate. But if we take a look at my inventory, you can see we got almost 3 stacks of iron and pretty much 3.5 stacks of coal. So we're going to smelt all of those up and probably make a bunch of pickaxes. Because we didn't get down to Y11. We basically got down to Y30, and then we found the mine shaft, which was super helpful. But, of course, we found absolutely no diamonds. But we did find a cave spider spawner, which is extremely useful because we can turn that into an experience grinder and a string farm. And it's pretty much right below our base at these coordinates. So I'm super psyched about that. We'll be making a farm out of that sometime very soon because, as a lot of you are probably aware, once we have the diamond gear, the next step is to enchant it. So we're going to need a bunch of experience for that. But we also found a drowned in an underground lake, and he managed to drop a trident for us. So I'm super psyched about that. I would just like the loyalty spell because, well, I'm sick of having to run after this thing like a dog playing fetch. So, yeah, hopefully we can get that sorted out soon. So I'm just going to smelt up this iron, and we're going to head down to Y11 and hopefully find some diamonds. Okay, so I have dug my way down to Y11, finally. And my preferred method of mining to find diamonds is basically to just pick a direction and start digging in a 2x2 wide hallway, basically, and pretty much just keep going straight until I don't know, I'm either sick of mining or I find something that I'm not entirely in the mood to deal with, such as like large amounts of gravel. I'll usually steer around those, or big pools of lava. I'll generally change directions there, but for the most part I am just going to be doing this for the next while, pretty much until I run out of pickaxes, because as you can see, I didn't finish smelting up all the iron we had up there, but we did get a fairly decent amount, and I made a couple extra pickaxes, a couple extra shovels, Made a bunch of torches. So yeah, we should be pretty well all set down here for a while. And I'll let you guys know if anything interesting happens. Okay, so not too much farther from the last update, like at all. But I have managed to find myself this cave here, which is always a bit nice. Oh my goodness! Holy cow! Look what we have found. I am psyched about this. I was not expecting to find it this early. But it doesn't look like an overly large amount, but you know what? I will gratefully take that. That's not even enough for a pickaxe, but I mean, I never turn down diamonds, so bit disheartening. I was hoping for at least enough with a pickaxe, but yeah, just running around this cave quickly. Looks to be a bunch of stuff that I'm interested in grabbing. The one thing I saw over here that we haven't talked about quite yet is redstone. So some of you are probably aware of this stuff. Maybe all of you are. But redstone is basically, yeah, like the computing part of Minecraft. This is how you automate stuff. And I know the community is kind of split into redstoners and builders. I am not by any means good at redstoning, but I do highly enjoy messing around with it. So you guys will be seeing a lot of that in the future. I do like to automate a lot of stuff myself. And I know there's always tutorials online on how to do stuff, but I personally like the challenge of trying to figure it out myself. So a lot of these designs, redstone designs that you will be seeing in my world will not necessarily my design. Like, they might be exactly how someone else made them, but unless I tell you otherwise, I myself actually figured it out without YouTube. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna grab all the goodies down here and decide what to do from there. Possibly just keep strip mining, or we'll see where this cave goes. Alright guys, so I've managed to weasel my way into this little cavern, and we found more diamonds. So I'm psyched about that, but I also do want this water gone. Perfect. I think while we're here, we're also going to grab some obsidian. Because, yeah, obsidian's kind of a pain in the ass to get this early on in the game. And it's right here. Of course, we do need to make a diamond pickaxe for that. But as you can see, we have total of 7 diamonds right now. So I think what I'm actually going to do is quickly whip up a diamond pickaxe. I'll put that there, and then our inventory is quite full right now. Is there any lava under here? I hope not. No. Perfect. So I'm gonna grab some obsidian. Well, I don't know. I saw some gold over there that I might grab, but for the most part, I mean, our inventory's pretty full, so I think I'm gonna head back up to the surface and do some organizing, and we'll see from there if we want to head back down. Okay guys, so I finished looting that cave and ran back up to the surface to just drop everything off a quick sec. Oh shit. Oops. Let's not do that again. So yeah, I ran up to the surface to drop everything off, and basically just started smelting some stuff. And then, yeah, ran back down here to keep strip mining because we got a pretty decent haul last time, but we're not quite to where I'm comfortable yet. So we're back down here and I'm just going back to strip mining. But I wanted to show you guys maybe a little tip that you weren't aware of. But when you are mining, it's always a good idea to organize your inventory in such a way. So I'm not really going to be picking up too much junk that I don't want to pick up because my inventory is full and laid out in a certain way that I can really only pick up things that I want to pick up. So this will make my life a little bit easier. I don't have to make sure I've got room for everything. It will pretty much just automatically fill it up. So I'm going to keep going on this boring, monotonous task, and I will let you guys know if we find anything interesting. Okay guys, so I've made it back up, and after almost, pretty much a full diamond pickaxe of mining, we managed to get a fairly significant amount of resources that I am happy with. So we have a total of 20 diamonds now. We have a ton of iron and even more about to be smelted up. A little bit of gold, which is always going to be handy in the future. And also a ton of coal, so that's helpful. We're not quite at the diamond point I want to be at quite yet. So I think for now we're going to fit ourselves out with just a little bit more of the iron armor. Just like that. So that should be good for now. I do think we're going to make some iron tools though, because, or sorry, not iron tools, some diamond tools. You know what? I think I am okay with that for now. So we're just gonna put that back. We're gonna put those back. And I'm okay with that for now, I think. However, now that we have some of the diamond stuff, our next step is pretty much to enchant it. So we did get I'm happy with the amount of lapis that we managed to get when we were down there. The other thing we need though is an enchanting table, which, you know, we could build except for the book. So we do have a small sugarcane farm going, and of course this is why I started our sugarcane farm, was so that we could get books and paper. But get you out of the way. You can see we're a bit behind on this, but yeah, we need to get quite a bit of paper, and we also need leather, of course, for these books. So yeah, I haven't really seen any cows in the area, so I'm gonna have to do some thinking about how we're gonna get a decent cow farm going, because I would like one of those, not only for the leather but also for the steak. I mean, I told you guys earlier how I'm a fan of the steak for a food source. So I mean, our wheat's working for now, but it doesn't fully satisfy my food desires. So I'm gonna do some of this harvesting, and I guess probably go out and see if I can find any cows, and from there I will see if I can rig up a little half decent cow farm. Okay, So, I went on a little scavenger hunt, and I'm just on my way back now, and maybe you can hear it, but we found a cow. Well, we found 3 cows, actually, and I mean, I needed at least 2, which I found right next to each other, so that was super helpful. But then I also found another one, so back on the mainland where I found them, I just walled the other 2 up for now. And yeah, just bringing this guy home, and then I'm gonna wall him up. And then we should have 3 of them over here where we can start breeding and harvesting them eventually. So, well, breeding them right away, and then harvesting them eventually once we have enough of them. So I'm just gonna break this guy out and get him to follow me. There you go. Let's bring you... You know what? Why don't we put them over here for now? And I don't have any leads on me, so this will just have to do for now. Which is exactly pretty much what I did over there. So, once I get these guys all walled up, I will bring you guys back in, and we'll see how that's all going. Okay, so I've managed to make it back here with all 3 of my cows, and upon my arrival there was, of course, another raiding party, so I've got myself bad omen once again, but luckily we have a jug of milk, or a pail of milk, but you know what I'm trying to say. We got milk in the cabin, so I'll be okay. And we got cows here now, so pretty much infinite milk, which is great. But these guys, of course, need a place to live, and at this rate, they're gonna freeze. So I'm running low on wood after the whole cabin building expedition. So I'm gonna go out and basically just deforest an entire area, make a ton of these iron axes, and I'll be back with a ton of wood, and I'll get hard to work building these guys a home. Okay, guys, so we got the barn done. It's nothing too special, just a place for the cows to live. As you can see, I've been pretty busy breeding them all up. Looks like they're ready for another go around by this point. But our wheat is a bit lacking, and it looks like that's about ready for a harvest too. But I think that's all we have time for today. we managed to get a fairly decent amount of diamond, and well, we're pretty much swimming in the iron right now, which is awesome. And we got our little cow farm going, so that will be great for having the leather, and especially a steak income will be great. We got a little barn built up for them, and I think next time we'll see what we can do about enchanting our gear and maybe getting some better stuff. So I'm just going to keep breeding these cows and harvesting our wheat, and hopefully next time we'll have enough leather to see what we can do about that. But that's going to be all for this episode, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and share. If you want to see more, please subscribe down below and hit the bell if you want to be alerted when the next video comes out. But that's going to be all for me. Have a great one, guys.